Hello there, beautiful people. Welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I hope that all of you guys are doing amazing. Well, I haven't uploaded for a while. It's been very inconsistent, I know, but a lot of things have been happening with office and house hunting. I don't know, things have been really tight for me. I don't usually get the space to sit down and record a video. But anyhow, that has come to an end because I have found the house that I want to stay in. Yeah, so I thought I will show you guys how I did or I went through the whole process of house hunting, because I got a lot of questions on Instagram and WhatsApp and everything. People asked me how I am house hunting in Bangalore, like how to find proper houses in Bangalore. And I thought I will answer those questions to you guys. Okay, so the first time I went house hunting, I did it all online, and that's how I found Settle. So Settle is a co-live, it's an amazing place for people to stay. I really liked it. The only reason I moved out is because I needed a bigger space and a couple of other things also. But it is an amazing place for beginners in Bangalore to come and stay. So the first time when I checked it all online, I wanted an establishment kind of a thingy where I can like trust them, because as an organization, I just felt like they'll be a little better than individual houses and it won't be that deceitful. That was my whole plan when I first went house hunting online. This was me sitting in Kerala and house hunting for houses in Bangalore. But this time I was in Bangalore and I thought I will actually house hunt. And what I did is, first thing, I obviously registered on websites like nobroker.com, magicbricks, housing.com, etc. And no broker is where I felt like is the best suit for me, because I wanted to cut down on brokerage, because again, the broker charge you give is an extra that you're never going to get back. And it's usually 20 days rent. That is what brokers usually take right now because of COVID and all that. Earlier it used to be 1 month of rent. So you can imagine that that's big money, and that's not something that you just want to give away to people. So no broker is where I mainly focused on. Other than that, I also did one thing. I also contacted people on Amazon Marketplace. Yes, there are a lot of brokers and agents on Amazon Marketplace, but the only thing for me is that that was a time when I felt like I needed external help. I was doing all of this alone. There was absolutely no one to help me. So I thought, okay, I will try out the brokerage way also. But finally, the house that I chose is without a broker, like it's directly to, direct deal with the owner. So I would always suggest that you go for a no broker approach. I'm not saying through the website exactly, but try to cut down on brokerage as much as possible. Another thing that I did is I really like the area that I used to live in. So I went on evening walks. I would get done with office and I would go on evening walks, and I would try to click pictures of everywhere there is a to-let board for a 1 BHK. So by taking evening walks and just clicking pictures of all the to-let 1 BHK boards, I found a lot of numbers, and I basically made a list of all the numbers. And I sat down and got on a call with them, booked an appointment. Okay, first things first, ask them for the rent, and if it's in a desirable range that you want to, then go and check it out. Otherwise, it's just a waste of time for all of you guys. So for me, there were a couple of things that were really important. The first thing was obviously the budget. I didn't want to pay a hell a lot of money. Second thing that I really wanted was a lot of ventilation, because that is what I lacked in my settle room. And for me, when I take videos and all that, I really need natural lighting. And I am a person who thrives when there is a lot of light and a lot of color. That is my kind of a thingy. It calms my heart or mind or whatever. So for me, ventilation was really important. And of course, there are other things like security, power backup, hot water. A lot of places water supply in Bangalore, that is, they give the Kaveri water. It can be separate from the rent that you're paying. Sometimes, most times, it can be included in the rent that you're paying. So there are a lot of things like that that you have to keep in mind when you're going to check out for places. Now, even I did all of those. So basically, sit down before you go to check a place out, or before you even think of house hunting. Sit down, make a list of the things that you think it's is important for you. So there were a lot of things that were important to me, and I made a checklist, and I went house hunting. And here are a few houses that I really liked and fit all my criteria. One of these houses is the house that I chose, and I'm literally recording this video in. If you guys can guess which house that is, I will give you a shout out. I don't know. Yes. And people who already know which house that is, do not comment. Okay, bye. Alrighty, let's take a look at the first house, and as you guys can see, this place had a lift, and it also had CCTV cameras, which just adds up to the security aspect of it. And the hall was really spacious. The bedroom, not that spacious, but it was good enough, and it had a really good wardrobe, attached mirror, and all that, and it was all very bright. And I really like white paint on the walls because it just means that I can do whatever on the walls. And also, it had a good kitchen with gas supply, and also a really nice balcony to top it off. House number 2 was a penthouse. Now, this was the first time I realized that I absolutely love penthouses. In the beginning, I was like, it's too much on top, so I don't like it. But this place again had a lift, and it was just perfect. And to be very honest, penthouses are much more spacious than the other ones. It's much more bright, and I absolutely loved it. These also had really nice bright walls. The kitchen space was really small, but you know what? Just because of the penthouse aspect, I was really sold on this house. But again, I kept thinking that it's on the terrace, and usually people just come on top of the terrace to like hang out with their friends. So I was also thinking that it'd be really noisy and stuff. So it was a 50-50 for me. I didn't quite like the house, but also I really liked the house. It was really confusing. Now, the time for the third house. The third house had its share of good things and bad things. Good thing being the house is very well lit, it was properly ventilated, and the area in front of the house was also super pretty. And I really liked the whole thing about it, and it was super spacious, like super spacious. But there were downsides to it, being the house is almost 7 years old, so automatically it's not that updated. But at the same time, it was okayish. Like for one person, I felt like it was very peaceful. But this place did not have a lift, so that was kind of a challenge, and I was really going up and up and down about the whole situation here. But altogether, the wardrobe was really humongous in this house, and even the washroom. Oh my god, the washroom was so big. It's super big. And now for the final house that I absolutely like, that is house number 4. And as you guys can see, house number 4 was on the ground floor, but it was really spacious. And on top of that, the thing about house number 4 is that it was right next to a park, which I really liked because, more greenery, and that is something that I live by. So I absolutely like the place. But the only concern that I had is the fact that it's on the ground floor. I was constantly thinking about safety, and I would have to constantly listen to people parking their vehicles and all that. So I was a little confused about that. But again, the house is super pretty. So again, I was going back and forth about the whole house. Now that you guys have watched the videos of the houses, comment down below which house you think I chose. Now you guys know my criteria. Ventilation was my biggest criteria, a lot of air and light. I think all the houses fit the description of that, but never mind. Second one was I wanted a spacious house, and there's nothing more you can actually detect from those videos, but still, just by aesthetics and like the looks of it, just comment down which one you think I chose. Well, that is the end of this video, and I will have more videos on like prepping the house, making everything beautiful and pretty and all that. So wait for that, and a lot more content coming. Promise I'll be consistent from now on. At least I will try. that is the end of this video. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, then don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And also comment down below. Okay, bye.